stand firm and rise. For this truth we put our lives on the line. We're prepared for war, fearing no confrontation. We hit the highways and byways to wake up the whole nation. We teach His word, we teach His will, we teach His truth, don't matter how you feel. We teach His word, we teach His will. You gon' hear this verse, now tell me how you feel.
Hashem Mashiach Yahweh shot.
Yeah, I'm from Essene, straight out of Cuba, killing crackers every day. Hallelujah.
that the people need to get. Because look, one thing about the Nazarenes or the Essenes is this: we study. We study. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody just read something and just came outside. No, we shut down. We shut down if we got to get things done. Yes, future videos, we coming out with where these sacrifices actually come from. Where they come from, you know what I mean? All your questions, we coming with it. You know what I mean? We coming with it, you dig? But look, you're going to have patience and, log on, listen, take notes. You know what I mean? Again, if it resonates with your spirit, absolutely. Receive it. If it don't, you got the right not to receive it. You know what I mean? We here to challenge you to be better, operate and regulate like the God you were created to be. I have said ye are gods. You understand? Eat what's living. All right? What electrifies your blood. You know what I mean? Eat what's living, not dead flesh. And then true about this, y'all. About this. It's crazy because all of us ride past them liquor stores, don't we? Out in the liquor store, especially here in St. Louis, they say wine and spirits,
right there on Hall's Ferry, y'all.
Wine and spirits.
I always wonder.
What you mean spirits? And then a Negro gonna say, well, the Deuteronomy 14. Deuteronomy 14, you know what he say? I can drink strong drink. You know what I mean? Okay. And with all your soul lust after, when do you level up and understand? So you know what? Even just because it's written don't mean that I need to be partaking.
Yeah. Even with like you say, Aki, for like instance, people talk about Jacob had other wives. Well, did the Most High ordain that? And then number two, from my understanding, it tells you that Jacob was that Jacob that was tricked? Was he tricked into marrying Leah or something? He's supposed to work for them?
Jacob, Leah.
My bad. So I was you were doing some commentary and you couldn't hear me, okay? So this is the deal now, right? Now, Malachi Maccabee is the Hammer is a polygynist. This guy right here is challenging his stance of being a polygynist, which is really crazy to me. It's really crazy to me, man. So let me apologize first and foremost for the lack of the audio when I was speaking. I was just going over certain concepts like this cat right here, Essene, Nazarene was somebody that the Hammer introduced the word to and the truth to. And now this guy has introduced him to this doctrine, this falsehood, this misunderstanding, this live life and put down the meat and questioning everything in the scriptures now because it goes against the narrative of just eating Genesis 1:29. They say. Genesis 1:29 is a lot that go with Genesis 1:29, but I'm not going to focus on that today. This is like a study concerning being a Nazareth, Nazarene, Essene, or again, even in the night, whatever you call it, right? And the Gospel of the Nazarene. We're gonna go into Josephus. We got some books. We're gonna go into these books that these brothers brought out. Okay, so right now, this guy right here is questioning Jacob and questioning men having multiple wives, which the Hammer stands on multiple wives. He has and been had multiple women and the truth. So let's just see how this is played out. This right here blew me away when I first saw it.
Yeah, see, people understand that Essenes and the Ebionites, again, they don't believe a lot of these scriptures. They didn't believe Noah was a drunk.
And also, the Essenes don't believe in having multiple wives. Seemed like he's about to say that because he just came up with the concept of talking about Jacob having more than one wife and being tricked. You see what I'm saying? But, these guys is working together. So it's like he don't want to offend or expose, what I'm saying, the Hammer, because this is what he had partook in. And he himself being a Essene and Nazarene, saying he's Enoch, obviously he would be monogamous or without a wife. Either or.
They didn't believe Jacob had multiple wives. None of that. So
right, there you go. So he said, the Essenes didn't believe that Jacob had multiple wives or should have multiple wives. They are against things in the scriptures that are against their core foundation. You see what I'm saying? Let's go back and let's hear this again. Let me go back. That's at 3:36:18. We go right here.
Well, the most high in it, and then number two, from my understanding, tells you that Jacob was that Jacob that was tricked? Was he tricked into marrying Leah or something? He's supposed to work for them?
Jacob, Leah.
Yeah, but see,
they say
I
wine
gotta go back a little bit more.
and
spirits, right? They're all fair, y'all.
wine and spirits.
I always want.
My internet seems like it's
What you
acting
mean?
up here. Oh my goodness. Internet seemed to be tripping. I'm supposed to have the fiber internet from AT&T. It's supposed to be so fast. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second.
The Messiah, okay? His teachings and everything. His teachings and everything. The church fathers who were in on the council of Nicaea knew about it, but guess what? It didn't make your Bible. It didn't make your Bible. It didn't make your Bible. These things were deemed heretic. Right? All praises, glory, honor to the Most High. Only created and possessed of all things. You show these books real quick. You know what I mean? And then if you got something you want to show too, like any books, people need to get. Because look, one thing about the Nazarenes or the Essenes is this: we study. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody just read something and just came outside. No, we shut down if we got to get things done. Yes, future video.
All right, so he's testifying right now from everybody that they are Nazarenes. Okay, so this series is going to be about what it means to be a Nazarene for dummies. That's just what it is. Is it echo, brother? Can you hear me right now without an echo? 2VR, because I know I got something in the background playing. So let me know if I'm clear, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The videos we coming out with where these sacrifices actually come from. Where they come from, you know what I mean? All your questions, we coming with it. You know what I mean? We coming with it, you dig? But look, you're going to have patience and, you know, log on, listen, take notes. You know what I mean? Again, if it resonates with your spirit, absolutely. Receive it. If it don't, you got the right not to receive it. You know what I mean? We here to challenge you to be better, operate and regulate like the God you were created to be. I have said ye are gods. You understand? Eat what's living. All right? What electrifies your blood. You know what I mean? Eat what's living, not dead flesh. And then true about this, y'all. True about this. It's crazy because all of us ride past them liquor stores, don't we? Out in the liquor store, especially here in St. Louis, they say wine and spirits.
Spirits, right there on Hall's Ferry, y'all.
Wine and spirits.
I always wonder.
What you mean spirits? And then a Negro gonna say, well, you know, the Deuteronomy 14, 26 say, I can drink strong drink. You know what I mean? Okay. And then with all your soul lust after, when do you level up and understand? So you know what? Even just because it's written don't mean that I need to be partaking in it.
Yeah. Even with, like you say.
Now, this when he opened up the floodgates for his master teacher, Enoch. Just because it's written doesn't mean you have to partake. Why we cannot partake of what the Most High wrote in the scriptures through his holy prophets. So you're questioning the authority and the holiness that the scriptures talk about, because it's written, we don't have to partake. So basically I can just go off now because it's saying don't eat swine doesn't mean I have to follow that. I can eat swine. Right? I mean, it goes both ways. You got to be careful when you make certain statements. Just because it's written, don't mean I have to partake. Right? You see what I'm saying? So loving my brother, just because it says love my brother, I don't got to partake in that. Based off your statement. It's crazy. So now his master teacher is going to, I don't want to say land me back because he's lying. So he's going to piggyback because everything they bringing forth is abominable lies. Okay. And he's about to speak against his foundation or part of his foundation when it comes to marriage. Check this out. Here we go. Let's get it.
Say, Aki, for like instance, people talk about, Jacob had other wives. Well, did the Most High ordain that? And then number two,
so now I did a class way back concerning. Can you hear me now, Myron? Can you hear me now? All right, I know another brother said he couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now? One thing, brothers just make things up in the scriptures because it's against what they stand on. The Most High did ordain Jacob to have them 4 wives. Why do you think the 12 tribes of Israel exist? Man's goings are of the Lord. Then how can a man then understand his own way? The Most High direct the steps of man. We can go through multiple scriptures. Job 33. The Most High is the one that ultimately controls your destiny. It's already written. It's already scripted. That's why you can see brothers be so powerful 1 minute and then they weak as hell the next. Fell off, going off, lost, confounded. Because it's written. It's written. Only thing I can do is pray to the Most High that he have the mercy, and I'm part of the ones that make it and his creation. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to comment on that. If you want to see my lesson, I got a lesson on my Army of Israel headquarters channels concerning Jacob was not tricked. Okay. All right. So y'all can always check that out.
from my understanding, it tells you that Jacob was that Jacob that was tricked? Was he tricked into marrying Leah or something? He's supposed to work for them?
Jacob, Leah.
Yeah, but see, people don't understand the Essenes and the Ebionites. Again, they don't believe a lot of these scripts. They didn't believe Noah was a drunk. They didn't believe Jacob had multiple wives. None of that. So again, we're being Hellenized, and we have been just taught the way of the heathens, man. You know. So again, we just backtracking, and we have to get up out of this Council of Nicaea mindset that we got, bro.
So notice he said we've been taught the way of the heathens, and the subject was having multiple wives. The hammer is sitting there, lost in space. He's not, rebuttal on anything. He's just going along with it. He's along for the ride. Whatever thou sayest. Okay, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Bro, that's exactly what's going on. We got to come up out of this. Like I say, the truth gonna set you free, and this is the flat out truth that we giving y'all, bro. No cap, no cap. If y'all really love the Lord, say this man don't change. Well, you need to find out what the hell going on, because he changes all throughout this Bible. But we know that's not our heavenly Father.
Absolutely, absolutely. He's solid. He's outside of it, right?
Correct.
All right, now look, y'all, that don't mean all the ancient testimonies agree. You know what I mean? You need to get back to this. You know what I mean? You need to get back to this. Listening to what the Most High is saying to you. You know what I mean? And following what he says. You dig? Now trip off this. What's your take on Valley on multiple wives? He just said that. Y'all know I got mine. It's just what it is. I'm already.
I got mine. So the question was, what about multiple wives? His statement is, I got mines. All right. This is part of being a Nazarene. Right? What it means to be a Nazarene.
I'm already in covenant. You did? But see, look, I'm responsible. I got to handle my business. It's what it is. But look, nonetheless, I'm a Nazarene. I'm going to handle my business. All right? It's just
so that's all I really wanted. I'm going to address the rest of that, maybe part 2, part 3. Just want to show that these brothers are claiming that they are Nazarenes, right? So I'm going to share an article right here. Share an article. Let's do some sharing right quick. I'm going to read this article. Okay. All right. So we're going to read Nazareth, Nazarene, nor the Essene. It's a PDF document. I had to join a particular site to get this information. So, I mean, don't think that, this campaign concerning enlightening our people from falsehood is cheap, because it costs money to buy books. It costs money to buy PDF files. Everything ain't free. And, it take resources and stuff like that. So here's an article. Nazarite, Nazarene, nor the Essene by Anthony V. Gaudiano. All right. First of all, give all praise to God to Abba Yahweh Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shah in the spirit of Colossians 3:17. Whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shah, giving thanks to Allahayim wa Abba Yahweh Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shah. Shout out and salute to Priest Lahawam, Shield of Wisdom in LA. Okay. All right. So we're going to read. In the course of making facsimile of the sign pilot, right? First of all, what does that word facsimile means? Okay, facsimile. I hope everybody can hear.
Facsimile.
I'll say it again. I said it wrong. Forgive me.
Facsimile.
Facsimile. Okay. All right. So an exact copy of reproduction as of a document, or used to produce exact reproductions of a document. Exact reproduce duplicate. An exact copy. So it's a copy. A copy. Okay. So let's go. Let's finish. All right, so in the course of making exact copies of the sign, Pilate caused to be placed at Yeshua, Mashiach Yahushua, the anointed's execution, word variation in Bible versions were noted. Of the four Gospels about the event, the phrase in John chapter 19, 19 through 20, and if you read that, okay, let me so I can navigate some of this stuff here with y'all so y'all can watch. This is a study. It's just a study, y'all. It's nothing crazy. Right? So let's go to John right here. And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross, and the writing was Mashiach Yahushua of Nazareth. Of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. It sounds like a location versus a title. And the writing was Mashiach of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. Let's look up the word of. Let's see what of means. This is a study. We're going to study. Okay? We're going to study of. Let's deal with words here. Of. Okay? The internet is tripping. Of. And the light, the power's out on this side of the block. I'm using the generator, and I just want to read this, do something for the Shabbat, man. So please forgive me if it's not up to par, but we be up to par in a minute, okay? It says derive or coming from, originating at or form, custom of the South, right? Like, cats act a certain way in St. Louis, right? That's where he's from. Right? Caused by resulting from a death of tuberculosis. Away from it, at a distance from a miles east of here. He's from over here. What is this? Come on, stop playing. Stop playing with me. Wait, here we go with the bullshit. Okay, wait. From the total or group of compromising. So we got the basic ones right there. Away from, at a distance from, derive, or coming from. Okay? So when you read that John 19, 9 and 19, right? What is 19? 19. And Yahushua of Nazareth. He was from that area called Nazareth. That's what the scripture is saying. Okay? That's what it's saying. So let's get back to this article. Is the most informative. It gives the name Yahushua. It infers where he was from, right? Where he was from. Gives his scorn title, identify the three languages in which the phrase was to be written, and the top-down order of those languages. Most Bible translations of John 19:19 have of Nazareth. There are variations in the translated spelling and pronunciation of this word, i.e., Nazareth, Nazarene, Nazari, Nazarene, etc. The Interlinear Bible, Hebrew and Greek, which I have, by J. Green Sr., Hendrickson Publishers as the literal Greek No Nazaros or Nazareos, translated into English as Nazarene, right? So there's no Greek text is saying here as the literal Greek, the Nazareos translated into English as the Nazarene. So surprising facts about Nazareth. Okay. So this term Nazarene is being in question in the English. Okay. Little is taught about the place where Yehoshua, Hamashiach Yahushua, the anointed, was from. The location where his ministry took place is recorded in the New Testament. But a reader seldom associates the adjacency. I can't say that word right. So let's get the pronunciation for that word. Let's get the pronunciation. Always have your dictionaries, no words. All right. None of this jump out the window, not knowing what the word means. You get the false understanding of the text.
Adjacent.
Adjacent. Well, I know what the word adjacent. I shouldn't be able to pronounce that word going off. The state of being adjacent to something that's adjacent. As you notice, the end of that is crazy. All right. So I think the word adjacent is like another word for connected. All right. It's similar. It's kind of connected. So let's just finish reading the article. Forgive me for the internet. I'm working off what I'm working off. Okay. So it says, where we at? This is a study, right? Some associates the adjacency of the location where in the two geographical regions of Yahushua ministry. The following facts challenge the usual assumptions about Nazareth. The following facts challenge the usual assumption about Nazareth. Hey, now look at this, y'all. Look at this. There's no place called Nazareth in the Old Testament. You see that right there? There's no place called Nazareth in the Old Testament. Now, these brothers may be like, well, see, this, I'm telling you, the Bible has been tampered with. It's false. It's misleading. But if it's misleading on one end, then it must be misleading on the other end. Okay? Let's just keep it 1,000. There's no place called Nazareth in the Old Testament. Can we see if this is factual or not? Let's see if this is factual or not. Let's see if this is factual. So this is a study. 8-page article, then I'm going to be done with this part of it. Old Testament, right? All right. Nazareth, right? That's what we look for. Nazareth. Okay. Nazareth. We're going to go here. We're going to look up Nazareth. Okay. Nazareth. You see here? 0. New Testament 29. Apocrypha 0. If you look up here, Old Testament verses, New Testament verses, Apocrypha. So based off this article, And based off what we see in the concordance, there is no city spelled out as Nazareth in the Old Testament. Okay? Right? All right, so I'm not making this up. I'm just simply, this is just a study. This is a study, and people could filter out what they need to filter out for your own stuff. Because let me tell you something, you have to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay? And if I see some things that's misleading and false, then my job as a watchman is to bring you this information. That's my job. And I don't care who get mad about it, who get upset about it. You know, I'm not here to please you. I'm here to please the Hamashiach Yahushua. Okay? And that's just what it is. Okay? So feel how you want to feel. It's cool. Okay? So let's get back to this. All right? So that's far. That article is on point, right? Let's go ahead. Neither is the term Nazarene or Nazarenes found there. Nazarene or Nazarenes. Well, let's go back and see if that's true. Oh, nope, that was the wrong one. Shalom, shalom. Yemaisha Judah. Okay. So let's see if there's this term there. As a matter of fact, right here. In the Old Testament, Nazarene 0. Nazarenes 0. Nazarite 0. Nazareth, I'm sorry, Nazareth, Nazarenes, Nazarene 0. But we have Nazarite, we have Nazarites, but we don't have the Nazarene, the Nazarenes, or the Nazareth in the old scrolls. Why is that? Why is that? Because brothers talking about the ancient records. Well, we have the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? Is the Nazarenes being attached purposely to the set called the Essene? We shall see. We shall see. So let's go back to the article here. That's not the article. So again, those that came in late and we read about Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross, and the writing was Hashatan trying to get me out the spirit of Yahushua of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. Okay, so we read here, there's no place called Nazareth in the Old Testament. Neither is the term Nazarene or Nazarenes found there. Okay. This can be easily verified by looking in James, Strong's Exhaustive Concordance. All right? Or any concordance. I just looked at Art Bible Info. All right? Not much definitive information was available in the books for the various spellings of Nazareth, Nazarene, etc. So the internet was searched. Right? So there was no information concerning this, right? We know that the present day Nazareth is located in the region called Galilee in northern Israel. So let's look up that, shall we? Let me see, Nazareth, Nazareth. Map Nazareth. Okay, so we got here Nazareth, and here you want to play little games. All right here. Okay, can I get this blown up? Pinterest right there. So you see it off the Mediterranean Sea here. Okay. All right, so we got Jerusalem here, so it's north of Jerusalem, right here, not too far off the Mediterranean Sea. Nazareth city here. Now we have to look into a older, let's see, West Bank. Let's look at this right here. Galilee, right? So you see Galilee here. Okay. Nope. So it's in this area. They got Nazareth right there. You see it right there. Okay. Nazareth right there. All right. Fix this tablet here. Okay, so it's north of Samaria, right in this area here, Nazareth, as you can see. Okay. All right. So we looked at a map. Let's go back. It says, we know that present-day Nazareth is located in the region called Galilee in northern Israel. Galilee is the biblical land given to the tribe of Zebulun in Joshua 9:10-16. Well, let's reference the scriptures being pulled, and let's go to them. This is a study. All right. Hey, man, we got to study. We got to study, man. We can't let nobody deceive you, man. And I take these times as a great time because, sometimes we can slack in our studies, and then things like this make you like, hold on, wait a minute. I got to get into the lab, man. Like, yo, these cats trying to bring some, I don't know what the hell they trying to bring, but we have to deal with this, man. Like, no, it ain't going out like that, man. We can't go out like that. Let me put the thing up a little bit. All right, so let's go to 10. And the third lot came up from the children of Zebulun according to their families, and the border of their inheritance was unto Sarad, and their border went up towards the sea and Maralah, and reached to the Dabashith, and reached to the river that is before Jogneam, and turned from Sarid eastward toward the sunrise onto the border of Chishlatabar, and go off into Dabirath, and go up to Japhia, and from thence pass on along east to Gittaheper, to Iktagzin, and go out to Rimmath-Mathar, to Nia. Man, however you say it is fine. Okay, I'm saying it doesn't mean it's right the way I'm pronouncing it. And the border capacity on the north side to Han Nathan, and the outgoings thereof are the valley of Jephthahil and Katha and Nahalah and Shemron and Adalah and Bethlehem, 12 cities where their villages. We got Bethlehem, right? It's an inheritance of the children of Zebulun according to their family, with these cities were villages. So this is very interesting to me right here. Bethlehem, okay. And so now with this Nazareth thing, okay, right? So let's go back. Okay. In those passages, 12 towns and city villages are mentioned, but not Nazareth. Nazareth is not mentioned in the text. This indicates Nazareth did not exist then as a town or village. Now, can there be places be renamed? Of course. We got places in our cities that's renamed. It was named this once, and now they named that. You see what I'm saying? So we don't got to get crazy about it. Okay? But there's things being mentioned about Nazareth, people being Nazarites or Nazarenes or coming from Nazareth, but there's no biblical or historical reference on that. We're going to see. Part B, Nazareth is not found in the 63 towns of Galilee mentioned in the Talmud. It's not even mentioned in the Talmud. It's not mentioned in the Bible. It's not mentioned in the Talmud, which was written much later about AD 200, 300, you know, in the 203rd century, right? After Hamashiach Yahushua. So there was no Nazareth, no place called Nazareth. Nazareth is not found among in the 63 towns of Galilee mentioned in the Talmud, which was written much later, about 200, 300 AD. And we know that these people don't believe in the Messiah. Let's just keep it buck, okay? The so-called Jewish white people, right? This might be for a variety of reasons, but let's go. The Old Testament ends with the death of the last prophet Malachi. It was about 400 years later that the birth of Yahushua occurred, right? So the prophet Malachi was prophesied in 2nd Ezra, the first chapter, right? Which was 400 years before Mashiach Yahushua, right? The rabbinic writers of the Talmud may have not included him or where he was from because they did not accept him as the prophesied Messiah. They called Yehoshua. They caused Yehoshua to be killed by the Roman occupiers. Okay? So as I was saying before I read that, I said certain things concerning that. They didn't believe in the Messiah, right? But it still does not negate that Nazareth is not written in the Old Testament. All right? Let's see what he's talking about. Correctly pronounced, Nazareth appears 29 times in the New Testament. Is that true? Let's see. Let's see if that's true. Wait, here. Should be here. Let's go back. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back and look it up. Okay, fine. Just want to see what this guy is saying is true. We're doing a study. Got to compare and contrast all these different things. Nazareth. Oh, there you go. 29 times. New Testament. New Testament indeed. Okay. So it says that it appears 29 times in the New Testament, but only in the Gospels and in Acts. Right? So let's read those. Matthew 2:23, and he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophets. He was called a Nazarene. So where's that written at? We have to find that. He was called a Nazarene. He was called a Nazarene. So if we go back, this is a study. It's called a Nazarene, right? Let me go back here right quick. Nazarene not there. Nazarene's not there. Nazarite not there. Nazareth not right there. Nazarite. But hold on, that might be the one. Let me go back a little bit. Let's go back. Oh, this internet got me feeling some type of way. Some type of way. Nazarene. Nazarene. Nazarene 0, Nazarene 0, Nazareth 0, Nazarite, Nazarites. Something is going on. That's what they say. Something is going on. Right? So if something's going on, you know, with everything else, there's something got to be going on with this concept of being a Nazarene or Nazarene, right? The word Nazarene and Nazarene appear once, but most scholars think the first book of the New Testament was not available in Greek until after 67 AD, right? So let me read that again. Nazareth, correctly pronounced Nazareth, appears 29 times in the New Testament, we show, but only in the Gospel and in Acts. The word Nazarene or Nazarenes appear once, right? And we should be able to see this right here once in the New Testament. Correct. But most scholars think the first book of the New Testament was not available in Greek until after AD because there's records that Matthew was written in the Hebrew, okay, which I do have a copy of that. Okay, so they're trying to figure out, like, you know, the Greek text is saying something different, obviously, than the Hebrew text, right? Which one is correct? Well, let's go. Let's see what this guy going to talk about. D. The Jewish historian Judah Josephus lived after the death of Yahushua. And if you guys want to know, you know, Josephus, this is the book. Okay, his name was changed to Flavius Josephus, you know, after Titus. Some of his history brought out earlier. The Jewish historian Judah Josephus lived after the death of Yehoshua from CE 37 to 100. He traveled widely, visiting 45 cities in the first century. He mentioned Yehoshua only once in his Antiquities of the Jews, but does not mention Nazareth. All right? So let's see if we can find something about what's being said here. I remember I had that written down. I didn't prepare this lesson, like wrote down stuff. I just want to do a study. All right, so we have Christ and a testimony, Jesus a testimony, and Antiquities 1833. Are they going to cite anything here? So to be fair, it's a study. So JESUS. So we're gonna go to it says Jesus Christ, a testimony to him. Antiquities 18:3. Antiquities 18:3. Now there was about this time Jesus, a wise man, if by lawful to call him a man, for he was a doer of wonderful works, a teacher of such men as received the truth with pleasure. He drew over to him both many of the Jews. As a matter of fact, let me share it with you guys so you guys can see it as well. So let me get the online Josephus right quick. Online Joe. I'll be messing up the spelling. Joe. Josephus. Completes works. Let's see if they let me get in there. Nope. No. Y'all be thinking y'all slick. I'll have my laptop. Let's see what this does here. If I can't pull what I want to pull from out here, then I'm just gonna take it to the Jews. Okay. So it's Antiquities of the Jews, chapter 18, verse 3. Okay. Book 3. Serious? Can you please exit up out of here? Thank you. Okay, 18. Chapter 3. Sedition of the Jews against Pontius Pilate concerning Christ. Right? So here we go. Well, I can't find it here. What's going on? Let me see the pilot, but now to bridge. Let me see. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me just jump up here. Maybe written different, so let me make sure. But now possibly pilot. Yep, that's correct. 2, a pilot, and the 2, 3. Okay, there you go. Now there was about this time Jesus, a wise man. They don't call him Messiah, anything there. If it be lawful to call him a man, if it be lawful to call him a man. So therefore they almost try to dignify him. Oh, right. For he was a doer of wonderful works, a teacher of such men as receive the truth with pleasure. He drew over to him both many of the Jews and many of the Gentiles. He was the anointed, right? And when Pilate, at the suggestions of the principal men amongst us, had condemned him to the cross, those that loved him at the first did not what? Forsake him, for he appeared to them alive again the third day, as the divine prophets have foretold these and 10,000 of the wonderful things concerning him. And the tribe of Christians, so named from him, are not extinct at this day. So, if anybody wants to know that Josephus mentioned anything about who we call the Messiah, that's where it's at. Okay? So, we go back to the article. And it says, right, so right here, the Jewish historian Judah Josephus lived after the death of Yeshua from CE 37 to 100. He traveled in the first century. He traveled widely, visiting 45 cities in the first century. He mentions Yeshua, Hamashiach, Yahushua once in the antiquity of Jews, but does not mention Nazareth. Ancient Nazareth has not been identified archaeologically. It has not been identified in archaeology. Only a suspected site has been reported in the Bible Archaeology Review magazine. You may want to write that down in your notes, cross-reference that information, right? All these facts has caused at least one author to conclude that the evidence for the first century city, town, or village called Nazareth does not exist. Not literally, historically, or archaeologically. Okay? Right? So as these cat brothers say, this must be discrepancy, there's contradictions. Well, it doesn't say anything about a prophecy about Yahushua being called the Nazarene or coming out of a place called Nazareth or being called the Nazarene. Well, let's go. Okay. How do these facts fit with what is commonly understood in the NT? Which was ancient, so let me go back to these scriptures, right, about Yahushua. Okay, let's go back there. The 29 joints. Let's go there. So Matthew 4:13 said, and leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is upon the sea coast, and the borders of Zebulun and Naphtali. Okay, which we just went over in the maps. Matthew 21:11, Moses said, this is Jesus, the prophet of Nazareth of Galilee. Matthew 26:71, he was going out onto the porch. Another maid saw him and said unto him that were there, this fellow was also with Jesus of Nazareth. Right? It came to pass in those days, Mark 1:9, that Yahushua came from Nazareth of Galilee, was baptized of John in Jordan. Mark 1:24 saying, let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Jesus of Nazareth? Art thou come to destroy us? These are all the demons, right? The evil spirits. I know thee who thou art, the Holy One of God. Mark 10:47. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out, say, Jesus, thou son of David, thou son of David, thou son of David, have mercy on me. All right, so the demons know that he's the son of David. Mark 14:67, and when she saw Peter warming himself, she looked upon him and said, and thou also was with Jesus of Nazareth? Mark 16:6, he said unto them, be not affrighted. Ye see Jesus of Nazareth, which was crucified. He is risen, he is not there. Behold the place where they laid him. Luke 1:26, and in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God onto a city of Galilee, named Nazareth. Wow. Luke 2:4. And Josephus, so now the angel Gabriel went to a city that doesn't exist. Study, y'all. Luke 2:4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out the city of Nazareth onto Judea, onto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem. Right? Let me read that again. Luke 2:4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea, onto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David. Luke 2:39. When they performed all things according to the law of Yahweh, they returned into Galilee to their own city called Nazareth. Luke 2:51. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was subject unto them, but his mother kept all these sayings in her heart. Luke 4:16. He came to Nazareth, which he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Shabbat. So he kept the Shabbat day and stood up to read. Luke 4:34, saying, let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Jesus of Nazareth? Art thou come to destroy us? I know thee who thou art, the Holy One of God. These are unclean spirits. Luke 18:37, they told him that Jesus of Nazareth passeth by. Luke 24:19. He said unto them, what things? And they said unto him, concerning Jesus of Nazareth, Mashiach, which was a prophet, mighty indeed in word before God and all the people. John 1:45, Philip, father of Nathanael, said unto him, we have found him whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Now, where's this place, Nazareth? If it's not written in the law, it's not found in history, archaeology, and to a specific time point in the 2nd and 3rd century. Okay? So, to rectify that situation, we would have to go strictly into the prophecies concerning Mashiach Yahushua. John 1:46, and they said to them, can there any good come out of Nazareth? Philip said to them, come and see. John 18:5, and Yahushua answered, and they answered him, Yahushua of Nazareth. Jesus said, Mashiach said unto him, I am he, and Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with him. John 18:7, and then asked he them again, whom seek ye? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth. John 19:19, we read that, Nazareth, king of the Jews. Acts 2:22, ye men of Israel, hear these words, Jesus of Nazareth, a man approved of God among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which the Most High did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourself also know. Then Peter said, Acts 3:16, and Peter said, silver and gold have I none, but such as I have give I thee, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. Okay? Said of the Nazarene, Shalom. Act 4:10, be it known unto you and all the people of Israel that by the name of Yahushua of Nazareth, whom you crucified, who God raised from the dead, even by him, doeth this man stand here before you whole. Acts 6:14, for we have heard him say that this is Jesus of Nazareth to destroy this place and should change the custom which Moses delivered us. Acts 10:38. How God anointed Jesus of Nazareth, the Holy Ghost, and with power went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil, for God was with him. Acts 22:8. And I answered, Who art thou, Lord? He said unto me, I am Jesus of Nazareth, whom thou persecute. Acts 26:9. I really thought with myself that I ought to do many things contrary to the name of Jesus of Nazareth. So we got this of Nazareth concept. Of Nazareth. We're talking about a place, not a title saying he's a Nazarene. He's saying that he comes from Nazareth. Whether we want to say, well, where's Nazareth in the Old Testament? Where's the prophecy that he's going to be called a Nazarene? Okay, so we have these concepts. Nazarite. What is a Nazarite? What is a Nazarene? Right? What is Nazarene? So let's see that. Let's see that. He said, I am Jesus of Nazareth. I'm Jesus of Nazareth, whom thou persecuted. Right? So let me blue letter that. All right, let's blue letter that. Acts 22:8. Okay, Acts 22:8. This is a study. What's going on set of the Nazarene? We're reading about the Nazarenes. Like, where did it come from? Like, where's this term? We got cliques forming. We gotta make sure these things is correct, man. Can't just be teaching anything out here, right? We gotta investigate it thoroughly. Now, I don't know where I was at. I think it was here. Acts was that 5. Yeah, Acts 22. Okay, Acts 22. Okay, Acts 22. Acts 22:8. And they that were with him so indeed, right there, persecuted me. Okay, let's go there. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I can't wait. This light. Come on, man. It is roasting in here. Super roasting.
Strong's G 3480, Nazarias.
So, one separated, an inhabitant of Nazareth, a title given to Jesus in an NT, a name given to Christians by the Jews. Okay, it's written 13 times and Nazarene twice. So, inhabitant of Nazareth by extension, a Christian Nazarene or Nazareth. That's the strong definition. All right, was a name given to the Christians by the Jews, Act 24:5. Let's go there. And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him. Hold on. That can't be that. For we have found this man a pestilent fellow, a mover of sedition among the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarene. So wait a minute now. I see that Paul is being called a Nazarene, right? A Nazarene, huh? Right? As well. And people are against Paul, but he's called a Nazarene in Acts 24. I don't understand. Read from the first verse on down. Paul before Felix. He's called a Nazarene. Why are you against Paul? If he's being called a Nazarene. That's a thought. So let's go back to this article. So it's very interesting. Ancient Nazareth has not been identified archaeologically. Only a suspected site has been reported in the Bible Archaeology Review magazine. All these facts have caused at least one author to conclude that the evidence for a first century city, town, or village called Nazareth does not exist, not literally, historically, or archaeologically. How do these facts fit with what is commonly understood in NT? Where was ancient Nazareth? Who were the Nazarenes? Why were Yeshua the anointed and his followers called a sect by the religious establishment? Why was it said of Yehoshua, what good can come from Nazarene? Why did Nazareth not grow and become more well known with the normal increase in population? The most I can't just say that word, so let's look it up. Okay. Where was that? That was an article. Okay. INCT. What is this computer is moving too slow for me, man? This is crazy. All right. Too slow for me. I'm moving too slow myself. SUCCINCT. Characterized by clear, precise expressions and few words. Concise and what's that? Terse. This internet is going stupid.
Succinct.
All right, showed up tightly, closely fitted, marked by brevity and clarity. Few words, concise. Okay. The most concise answers to these questions were obtained from the Nazarene Way website. So there's a website called the Nazarene Way website, which has article titled Nazarene or Nazarite, which what follows is principally from that article. Okay, so we don't have to go to the website. You could go to the website, right? But he said he put these things in the article right here. What's going on? What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh my goodness, I messed up here. Okay, let's go back. This internet is running super slow. This is crazy. I might just have to do this over because this is moving way too slow. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go back. Okay, here we go. Get into some more, about to get into some meat of the article. Okay, boom. In the years leading up to Hamashiach's birth, there were major, the thing that we was reading about is where was there Nazareth or Nazarene or Nazarenes in the Old Testament? It was talking about where is the city at? There's no historical reference of that until things was mentioned 200 years to 300 years later. Something you need to expound on in your teachings, because if you're mentioned in Nazarene, then we must find the history, the paper trail of it being attached to Essenes. And that's what is basically being attached to, the Essenes, which is documented, okay, and outsource records like the Josephus, like the Dead Sea Scrolls and other books these brothers is using, okay? In the years leading up to Yehoshua's or Yahushua's birth, there were major and minor Jewish sects. The major sects were the Sadducees, the Pharisees, and to a lesser extent, the Essenes. The best known minor sect It said to a lesser extent, the Essenes. The best known mining set were known as Carythes. So looked like there was 4 sets. Okay, 4 sets of so-called Israelites. Okay, I'm gonna look up that that word. I'm gonna put some more light in here. So we have the Sadducees, the Pharisees, the Essenes, and the Karaites. Okay, give me a second. Let me see if I can find anything on them. All right, hold on. Nope, I don't see anything here. But I will look at them later. So let's just, for sake of arguing on part 2, I guess. Where we at? All right, we in this article here. The wealthy people and priestly fame are generally Sadducees. So the people that have bread, right? Like today, let's put the people that got bread, the pastors and all, they're called Sadducees. They tended to be aloof, were the most common people, and many women generally were Pharisees, right? So you got people calling people Pharisees out here. So turn to the set, the identification of the set, majority of all people are Pharisees. That's why I said you must be a Sadducee when I said that to these cats. The latter were noted for being extra meticulous in details of religious observance. Key word, meticulous in detail of religious observance. All right? So the Essenes and the Karaites, they was meticulous in their observance of the law, statutes, and commandments and worship of Hamashiach, Yahweh, B'Shem Hamashiach, Yahweh. So if you're saying that you are a part of this set, then you got to be very meticulous in how you operate as a Nazarene, Essene, or whatever you want to call yourself. Overall, these 2 sets were similar. So the Essenes and the Karaites were basically similar sets, right? It said the Karaites were a small group which separated themselves from the temple because of what they considered to be departures from Yahweh's law by the Sadducees and Pharisees. So these brothers and sisters didn't agree with the Sadducees and Pharisees, right? And their religious way of thinking. And they decided, listen, we ain't following these cats like we have people today, right? The Essenes, however, were radically different from the Sadducees and the Pharisees and openly opposed their theology, right? This is what's going on right now today. Right now, these brothers that was once brothers in the same faith and understanding is now opposing the foundation that they was brought up in. The Essenes, which is another term that they're using for Nazarene. However, were radically different from the Sadducees and Pharisees and openly opposed their theology, doctrines, and spiritual integrity at the temple. Right? So the Bible is silent on the Essene set, and most people did not know they existed until the discovery of the what? Dead Sea Scrolls at Qumran. Yet there's information about when they came into prominence, their traditions, deeply rooted convictions, beliefs, writing, and specific locations where they exist. So let's just get a tidbit of some of their this audio here I would like to share. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, where was I going? Oh yeah, video. We can get a little example right here from the modern Nazarenes, Essenes.
Heathens, man, So again, we just backtracking, and we have to get about people understand the Essenes and the Ebionites. Again, they don't believe a lot of these scripts. They didn't believe Noah was a drunk. They didn't believe Jacob had multiple wives. None of that. So again, we're being Hellenized, and we have been just talked away of the heathens, man. You know. So again, we just backtracking, and we have to get about of this Council of Nicaea mindset that we got, bro. That's exactly what's going on.
Blaming it on the information in this book. I'll be reviewing this book as well. But you see, they trying to build a case to promote this doctrine.
No, we got to come about this. Like I say, the truth gonna set you free, and this is the flat out truth that we giving y'all, bro. No cap, no cap. If y'all really love the Lord, say this man don't change. Well, you need to find out what the hell going on, because he changes all throughout this Bible. But we know that's not our heavenly Father.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's solid. He's outside of it, right?
Correct.
All right, now look, and look, y'all, that don't mean all the ancient testimonies agree. You know what I mean? You need to get back to this. You know what I mean? You need to get back to this. Listening to what the Most High is saying to you. You know what I mean? And following what he says. You dig?
Okay. So we just got a little tidbit right here. According to the master teacher, the Essene, Nazarene, Enoch, they don't believe in multiple wives. Okay, first and foremost, this is one of their things. Okay, I'm gonna review a lot of these different things concerning what they believe in, don't believe in, or don't believe in. Because if you're saying you're of the set of the Nazarene, then you must be meticulous in your religious belief and your perspective, and you must hold these things to a T. You can't just be talking. You can't just be talking. You got to be walking what you talking. Right? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. All right? So here we go. Yeah, it's talking about the scenes here. Okay. Find out the information from Dead Sea Scrolls. We're going to bring that out later. Yet there's not today. Yet there's information about when they came to prominence, their traditions, deeply rooted convictions, belief, writings, and specific locations where they existed. So when we bring this information out, if these guys are not upholding to what's being mentioned in here and mentioned in the Josephus and mentioned in these other records, then they're perpetrating the fraud. The word Essene is a collective term. At the time of Yehoshua, Hamashiach Yahushua, there existed three distinct Essenes. Right? Let me read that again. The word Essene is a collective term. At the time of Hamashiach Yahushua, there existed three distinct Essene groups. It is supposed at least one group played a part in his life. It is supposed. They love that word suppose. I wonder if you're going to rock with that definition on this account. It is supposed at least one group played a part in his life. They were the Therapeutae of Egypt, the Essenes of Qumran, and the Essenes of Mount Carmel. Okay? Josephus and other classic writers tell of the Essenes and their intense appreciation for the inspired law of Yahweh, and that they strove to be like the angels of heaven, which is crazy. The angels of heaven is neither given into marriage. They're not given to marriage. Angels don't have multiple wives. Right? The Essenes and Nazarene, the set of the Nazarene. Right? Josephus and other classical writers tell other Essenes and their intense appreciation for the inspired law of Yahweh. I think this inspired law, what they call the eternal law, or the 10 Commandments, and listen to what he say, whatever. And that they, the Essenes, strove, the Nazarenes, to be like the angels of heaven. So what the scripture says about being like the angels of heaven, man. It says that they neither married or given into marriage, right? Let's get that. All right, let's get that. Okay, Matthew 22:23. Let's see, Matthew 22:23. Matthew 22:23, read that already. So we don't need that. Matthew 22:23. Matthew 22:23. Keep it down out there. Keep it down out there. Matthew 22:23. All right. And when they heard Matthew 22:23, that's what I meant. 22:30, Salak. I was like in the spirit. 30. In the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are the angels of heaven of God in heaven. Right? He was talking about the case was this woman had 7 husbands. Right? The same day came to the Sadducees, which say there's no resurrection, asked them. Said, Master Moses said, if a man die having no children, his brother marry his wife, which is Deuteronomy 25:7, I believe it is, and raise up seed to his brother. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first one he had married a wife deceased, having no issue, left his wife onto his brother, and likewise the second also, and the third onto the 7th, and last of all the women died also. So therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For they all had her. Okay, so it's telling me coming back to life, and are we gonna get this woman? Whose wife she gonna be? Yahushua answers to them. Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of God. For in the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. So the angels don't marry, basically, right? So you Essenes, you Nazarenes, trying to be like the angels of heaven, shouldn't have a wife. You definitely shouldn't have 2 wives, because in your own book of the Nazarenes, well, I can pull it up. I can pull it up right now, right? Just to go with that. Let's pull it up right now. This is just a study, y'all. It's just a study. It's a study. We're going to come back to this. It's just a study. That's all it is. It's just a study. We just studying. That's what we doing. We're studying. Yeah. Let me see what this one's going to do here. Okay, let me go back a little bit. Let me go back one more gains. All right, Nazarene. Maybe I should have pulled up both of them. I only pulled up one. Okay, so let me pull up the other one. But I'm gonna read this right here. And the brothers already read it. Page 92. Okay, I just want y'all to see it with me. Get this book. Hold on. Yeah, chapter 92. Chapter 92. Right? All right, yeah, right here. 12 Patriots. Let me forward it. Okay. Boom. I send it. And let's go here. I want y'all guys to see it. Pull it up. This thing working so slow. It's crazy. Woo. Look at that. This is like dial-up. Right now. Okay, 12 Patriots. Okay. For patriots. Once again, we have no light or day, no power working on a generator. And it is what it is, okay? Okay, so let's go. All right, the Gospel of the Holy 12. This is the same book as this. All right, the Gospel of the Nazarene, the Gospel of the Holy 12, the Gospel of the Nazarene, whatever the case is, okay? All right, so we're going to go down to 92 so you guys can follow us. Okay, how about that? Oh, man, everything moving slow. But I'm going to come to this book right here. Y'all can see it here. Okay, we have Lexicon 82. Okay, fine. 10 more pages. Let's go. 87. Okay, go up. Okay, here we go. The order of the kingdom. This is the order of the kingdom coming down from the king, right? So the sect of the Nazarenes is very particular, right? So it says, and another asked him, saying, Master, wilt thou that there be marriages among us as it is among the nations of the earth? Right? As the heathens. And Jesus answered, Mashiach, so-called, among some, it is the custom that one woman may marry several men. That's polyandry. One woman may marry several men. A lot of that stuff going on in East India with them 3-head babies and all type of extra arms and all type of crazy madness. Who should say unto her, be thou our wife and take away our reproach? Now that is a direct scripture in Isaiah 4:1 that they're trying to attach to the heathens when it comes to women having multiple rods in her behind at one time. Okay? Gang bang. Right? That's all that is. Gang bang worlds. All right? You got one woman with 7 rods. They all ready. You got the hand job, mouth worlds, the body, breast, everything. That's crazy. Sorry to get so graphics. Yeah. Some of y'all sisters like, I'm left to have 7 rods upon his flowers nest. Right? It says, be thou our wife and take away our reproach, simp ass nigga. You must be out of your damn mind. Among others, it is the custom that one man, bib Hebrew, may marry several women, and who should say unto him, right? Be thou our husband and take away our reproach. That's Isaiah 4:1. I love to see the one with the women. What reference, what book is that? The book of shit. For they who love feel it is a reproach to be unloved. But unto you, my disciples. So now we got that first paragraph is told about the poly worlds, right? The Essenes and Nazarenes. But unto you, my disciples. So this is the leader of the Nazarenes according to law. I show a better and more perfect way out. Matthew 5:48. Be ye therefore perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. Can't get around it. Right? Be ye therefore perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. Okay? Right? Even this, that marriage should be between one man and one woman. One man and one woman. So if you're saying you are the set of the Nazarene, you're saying you are a Essene, you're saying you're an Ebonite, then you is like an angel in heaven, no world, celibate, eunuch for the kingdom. or you're monogamous, buddy. There's no other way around it. Who by perfect love, see? The Messiah said this is perfect love. Y'all reading out of this book and you're picking what you want to pick out of it, which is crazy to me. Which is crazy. You're saying this is the book. This is the Bible now. This is the Bible now. And you pick and choose alike what you want out of it. Right? And we're going to show an example of this right here. But who by perfect love and sympathy are united, and that while love and life do last, howbeit in perfect freedom. That word perfect has been used perfect way, perfect love, perfect freedom. To have one man and one woman. But let them see to it that they have perfect health. There you go. You know they wouldn't worry about that health part. You're talking about you have multiple worlds. You can get multiple diseases. So perfect love, perfect freedom, perfect way, perfect health. Right, sisters? I know you want your man to be a Nazarene now. I know you want him to be an Essene. So you brothers that claiming to be Nazarene, Essenes, and Ebonites, and whatever you trying to damn claim you are, then your ass need to subscribe in the perfect way, the perfect love, and perfect freedom, and in perfect health with one's Quabah. We're just reading about Nazarite. The topic is Nazarite, Nazarene, Northern Essene by Anthony V. Gaudiano. And that they truly love each other, one man, one woman, or purity. So it's purity. And not for worldly advantage only, right? Not for shaquoins to put you on the higher levels, right? For financial gain, whatever. Right? Jay-Z and Beyonce, for an example. And then let them plight their troth one to another before witnesses. Before witnesses. So you Nazarenes and Essenes, you are commanded in the spirit of the head of the Nazarene Essenes, thou sayest, to be in a better way, a perfect love, perfect freedom, perfect health, and all purity to one man, one woman, if you going to claim you are his disciples. Because he said, but unto you, my disciples. Okay? So if you're claiming you're a disciple of Hamashiach Yahushua, right? You're claiming you're a disciple of Hamashiach Yahushua by saying you're a Nazarene or Essene, but you're not following this, then you're a hypocrite and you're a liar. And that's just what it is. Turn up, Tom. That's just what it is. Because we're reading facts about there was no Nazareth written in the Old Testament. Where's the scripture that talk about Yahushua was prophesied to be called a Nazarene? There's no verse of Nazarene or Nazarene in the Old Testament or Nazareth. So since y'all want to say it's conflict and contradiction, then there's a conflict and contradiction, and you claiming to be a Nazarene and saying this Nazarene doctrine and Nazareth and all this other stuff you're bringing forth. I'm just saying, we're just studying. I'm just studying. But in the book that you put up there all day long, the Gospel of the Nazarene or the Holy 12 outlaws you, banners thou for having multiple volumes. You are commanded to have one world, one word. You're lucky if you just got one word. That's it for thou. One Quabah. So any one of you Negroes subscribing or signing up to be a dang Nazarene, an Essene, or an Ebonite, then there's no this. There's no multiple quabars for thou at all. Finish. Might as well be like Paul. Hey, Paul did have no wife. Paul in Acts 24 was called from the set of the Nazarene. So who's the real Nazarene based off the subscription and, you know, the meticulous order of their religious belief system of who really being a Nazarene? So you're telling me you have a few brothers that's claiming to be Nazarenes or Essenes, that they can have their wives, they can have the quabah, and then I come in and join the set of the Nazarene, and I join the set of the Essene, but you tell me Islam that I have to have one quabah, and I'm looking at your ass with 2, 3, 4 quabahs. Yeah, right, Negro. You Negroes is bugging out. I don't know who gonna fall for that, but I know damn well I ain't gonna fall for that. I know a brother out here in St. Louis, another brother, you know what I'm saying, got 2 wives, gonna teach brothers to have one wife. Well, Negro, if you gonna teach me to have one wife, then Negro, you better get rid of that second wife that you took, that you said you shouldn't have took her. But don't try to make me have one quabah. You walk around parading with multiple worlds. You niggas is out of your damn mind. Who believes thou? Who will believe and follows the bullshit but a dumbass? Okay? A goddamn gargoyle ghoul. Simple as hell. Looking stupid as hell. That just got me mad. Now I'm about to turn up. Now I'm trying to be cool to the spirit of the Most High. But I'm cool. I'm cool. Let's just finish this thing. Let's finish this thing. Okay. All right. So we was here, right? And it says again, right? Yet there's information about all right. The word Essene is a collective term at the time of Mashiach. There existed 3 distinct Essene groups. It's supposed to at least one group played a part in his life. Either it's the Therapeutai, I can't say it, of Egypt, the Essenes of Qumran, and the Essenes of Mount Cameron. Well, let's see how that word is pronounced. I don't want to just butcher the word. All right. Therapeutai. It sounds like a cool word, though. I'm from the set of the Therapeutai out of Egypt. All right, that's it. Therapeutai. We see no THERAPUTAE. They ain't even showing nothing for that word. Oh, let's see. A name gives a certain acidic set therapeutic. Have anciently dwelt in the neighborhood of Alexandria. They are described in a work attributed to Philo, the genuineness and credibility of which are now much discredited. Okay, so I'm gonna get that text too. I'm gonna order that text tonight. I'm gonna order that text. Okay, so let's get back to the article. Okay, Josephus and other classical writers tell of the Essenes and their intense appreciation for the inspired law of Yahweh, and that they strove to be like the angels of heaven. And that's how we got to that part right there. So let me show you. I gotta show it to you. Let me just show it to you right quick. Hold on. Let me stop here. Let's see this discourse between a brother, and he claiming to be a scene, but he's not trying to give up that quabah. Why are you not giving up the quabah, brother? Did not Yahweh Shah said when Peter came to him and said, Lord, we have forsook all and followed thou. What shall we receive? He said, there's not a man sitting here. Get that scripture. That have not given up wives, children, this, that, and the third for my name's sake, won't receive 100-fold. That goes exactly with the book of Nazarene, chapter 92. It goes perfectly with what it means to be a Nazarene. Let's go. What it means to be a Nazarene.
Now, true about this. What's your take on Valley on multiple wives? You just said that. Y'all know I got mine. It's just what it is. I'm already in covenant. You did? But see, look, I'm responsible. I gotta handle my business. It's what it is. But look, nonetheless, I'm a Nazarene. I'm gonna handle my business.
Oh, there you go. I'm a Nazarene, baby. I am a Nazarene. Right? So if you're saying you're a Nazarene, then you must uphold to the code of a Nazarene. You can't just be a part Nazarene? What kind of shit we part-way Nazarenes now? Hold up, man. We can't be going out like that.
What's your take on Valley on multiple wives? You just said that. Y'all know I got mine. It's just what it is. I'm already in covenant. You did? But see, look, I'm responsible. I gotta handle my business. It's what it is. But look, nonetheless, I'm a Nazarene. I'm gonna handle my business. All right, it's just what it is. So again, we not dodging nothing. All right, gospel of the Nazarene. And again, if you hear something and it resonate with your spirit, receive it. If it don't, then you know, hey, you ain't got to receive that. You got that right. All right. All praise the glory now to the Most High. So let me go back over these books real quick before we get out of here. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and do this. No, I'm not coming out with my own Bible. Look, y'all, all your elementary, you know what I mean, responses. You did, y'all know good and well that's like shooting a water pistol with an elephant. It's doing nothing. You know what I mean? It's doing nothing. So get out of that. You did. And again, I was born in warfare. So hey, look, I'm used to it. It's nothing to me. Somebody else may be rattled or can't sleep at night. Man, I sleep good at night. You know what I mean? All praise and glory now to the Most High. You did. All right, so look. Gospel of the Nazarenes. Tovi, are you being serious? Come on, like, look, a lot of y'all got these responses.
This is crazy. He come back and grab the book and say, I'm a Nazarene. Pulls up the book of the Nazarene. In the book of the Nazarene said you need to be like with one wife, one world. Can't make it up. It's hypocritical. It's hypocrisy. It's lies. It's forgery. Manipulation. Bullshit. Hold up, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. Crazy. You don't think so? You don't think it's crazy? I don't know. You can just say whatever you want to say. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm right here. Hold on. Let me go here. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this? Matthew. Okay. A STL Nazarene is a little different. An STL Nazarene is a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, right. Like, we got the STL set down. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was 3 sets, but now we got the STL set of Nazarene. They do what they want to do. Shit, the set of the rebellious Nazarenes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Stop the bullshit. It's bullshit, man. It's forgery. It's lies. You know what I'm saying? But you Negroes, you're a fool for any damn thing. Just because you like Islam. No, I like the scriptures, Negro. You're not going to gas me up with the bullshit. That's not going to go down. Okay, then Matthew 19:20. Right? Check it out. 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all. We have forsaken all. And followeth thee. These Negroes left their Bentleys, their cars, man, let's find out what they left. Because they the Nazarenes, right? That's what y'all say. These are the Nazarenes. What shall we have therefore? So the question now is, have you guys forsaken all? Have you forsaken all your earthly possessions? And went into the spirit of Acts 5 that we all have everything in common? That's the Nazarene way. We're going to go into all of that. Yes. Thou sayest you are Nazarene, but do you believe? Do you practice? And Yahushua said unto them, 28, Verily, truly, I say unto you, Nazarene, right? The Holy 12, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye 12, Holy 12, you Nazarene, Essene, shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Why? Because he said, forsake all. The question was, we have forsaken all. So this is how you know you're going to get these things. And everyone, now outside of you, he said the 12. You good, but you have forsaken all. They already did all of this stuff that we about to outline. They already did it, right? It says that everyone that had forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake, and you guys that have wives shall receive 100-fold, 100 wives, and shall inherit everlasting life. Stop. Wait a minute now. In the book of Nazarene, so I'm going to show you a more perfect way. Perfect health. What is that? It's a perfect, all type of perfects. Right? So all type of perfects in here. See, this will say the same thing. It says, that's 91, 92. Perfect health, perfect love, perfect freedom, perfect way. One quabah or no quabah. Yeah, I ain't ready to do that. This is part of being a Nazarene or Nazarite, right? According to y'all. Essene, I say Essene. Nazarene or Essene, not a Nazarene. That's not a person that took a Nazarite vow. That's something different. That's something totally different. But hold on. Let's go back here and see what the one of the leaders of the new age 2021 STL Nazarenes have to say as law, shall we? Let's hear. Let me mute my sign here.
As if, you know what I mean? Like that response where that proves you offended. What are you offended about? What are you offended about, Alex? The brother telling you stop what you doing and live? What are you offended about, Jamaican bro? I was on the phone with you. I took time out to be on the phone with you well over 2 hours yesterday. I ain't ducking nothing. What is you Negroes offended about? Get off that. I'm already in my covenant with my women. What you want me to with divorce them? That ain't the way. It's what it is. And look.
Women, plurals, More than one, but that's not the way that the Messiah says the perfect way. That's not the perfect way. That's not. Let's read it again. Perfect way. It's one of the characteristics, the criteria of being part of the set of the Nazarene. Gospel of Nazarene, chapter 92, the order of the kingdom. Part 2, but unto you, my Nazarene disciples, I show a better and more perfect way. I wish I ain't had no wife. But he said, I ain't going to put all that pressure upon his vow. Okay? Because pressure busts pipes. No point intended. But unto you, my disciples, Nazarene, Essenes, I show a better way, a better and more perfect way. Even this, that marriage should be between one man, like in the beginning. In the beginning, like John said, in the beginning, Genesis 1, when man was created. Genesis 2, in the beginning. It just mentioned Adam and Eve. See how you open up the floodgates? Adam and Eve from the beginning. One world, one word. You're lucky if you just got one word. But to you, my disciples, I show a better and more perfect way. Even this, that marriage should be between one man and one woman, who by perfect love are united while love and life do last, howbeit in perfect freedom, but let them see to it that they have perfect health. Let's see his law. Let's see. Let me put the mutes back on.
You Negroes post that as if I'm about to duck. Nigga, I ain't ducking nothing.
Yeah, if the brother was already in it, I'm sorry.
You are ducking. You are ducking. Because in the book of Ezra, those men there made covenants and oaths and vows to get rid of the strange wives. And if you're promoting a doctrine, you're promoting this Essene and Nazarene conflict and contradiction in scriptures, and screw Timothy and Paul, and the death died, Leviticus 11, Deuteronomy 14. It's only Genesis 1:29. You know what I'm saying? And all these different doctrines thou bringest up. Why are you not going all out when it comes to the Quabas? So if the Messiah says, I'll show you a more perfect way, and you want to be my disciple and be a Nazarene, the set of the Nazarene, but you're not strong enough to forsake the Quabah and follow his me style? It's a question. It's a question. That's for all. That just for this brother. For all you brothers that got multiple Quabah, or desirous the worlds. Wouldn't it not be fair for you to join the set of the Nazarene and the STL, and these brothers have multiple wives, and then they tell you you can't have but one? Isn't that wrong? What you think that's wrong? Hypocritical. But I ain't ducking. I ain't ducking. Okay.
Sorry, like again, brother Mally already in it, brought to the truth. Can't divorce him, man. Like it's his wives now. You know,
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Like now you telling him to sin even more. You know.
Wow. You saying that he already came to the truth. He brought him to the truth through the power of the grace of the Most High. And now he brought him to his truth and saying that he's a sinner because he's a sinner having these multiple wives. And the brother sits there stuck and agrees thou Where is that in the Bible that having multiple wives is a sin? Where is that? Show me where it's a sin to have multiple wives, and I'll put the Bible down. I won't teach another live or hit the street or nothing. Because the prayer of Manasseh doesn't say that. The prayer of Manasseh doesn't say that at all. It said Jacob committed no sin. It mentions Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob had 4. Abraham had multiples. Noah was a monogamous man. And Isaac was a monogamous man. We had 4 fathers that showed 4 systems of marriage. And the scripture says they committed no sin. So let me show that. That is unbelievable. Brother just sat there and let the man say some wild shit like that. But that's the master teacher now. He is his way. It's not the Most High way. It's his way. Okay? So let's go to Apocrypha. Let's go. This is a super hawk smash for all you cats that try to come up and say the madness and you get bombed on ridiculously. And it's this laughable. Okay? Verse 7. Thou therefore, O Yahweh, thou art the God of the just, and just means you're a commandment keeper, has not appointed repentance to the just, commandment keepers, as to Abraham, a commandment keeper, Isaac, a commandment keeper, just, and Jacob, a commandment keeper, just, which have not sinned against thee. Not sinned against thee. But thou hast pointed repentance unto me that am a sinner. That's it. That's it. Lies. Stop the lies. Please stop the lies. Stop the lies. Let's continue. But his master teacher is trying to teach him that if you being a Nazarene, a Essene, you can't have more than one wife or you're a sinner. That is absolutely true in their doctrine. That is absolutely true. That he's a sinner in the doctrines of the Essenes and the Nazarene.
You know what I'm saying? He got to take care of his business, put it in the Most High's faith and eyes. He'll tell him how to go from there. You know, he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But again, he's in a situation where he got to continue to take care of his business. He can't just continue with sin more. No, bro, you got to take care of his business now.
You can't continue. I'm sorry, probably was an echo. He can't continue in sin more. But he's sinning if he had multiple wives. But he can't continue in sin anymore if he divorced them. But you're still sinning because you have these multiple wives. So you're still continuing in sin. If you keep them, you're still continuing in sin. So he's trying to damn sorcerize you and say he can't put them away because then he'd be sinning even more. You can't have him continuing in sin. Well, we will stop the sinning, according to the Essenes and the Nazarene, if he put away the wives. Then the sinning has stopped, according to your doctrine. I don't get how you people just say stuff and think people gonna believe us foul. How are you going to be more in communion with the Heavenly Father when the Messiah said, I'll show you a more perfect way if you be my disciples? Boy, this is such a desperate attempt to hold on to the Quaba. This is so sad. That is so bad, so pathetic. This pleading to keep the Quaba. But the men in Esdras were strong enough and bold enough, they had faith enough for the law, statute, commandments to give up their worlds, their Quabas. But y'all the set of the Nazarene, the Essene, the cream of the crop. I'm sorry, I was muted. I'm so mad right now. I said some great things. So I'm gonna repeat it. The people in the book of Esdras was bold enough and had faith enough to give up the Quba, to keep the law, statute, commandments of the Most High, to be closer to him. How are you closer to him? When you are going against what he asks you to do, to be monogamous. How are you continuing in the faith without sin? Not putting away your wife. You should put away your wives so you won't be in sin, right? But if you keep your wife, then you're still in sin, according to your doctrine. This is just a pathetic outcry to keep the Quba. I'm in covenant. The men wasn't in covenant in Nazareth. The Most High, Mashiach told you, I'm going to give you 100 folds, so you want to keep your little 2-3 fold Qubbas. And Most High, Mashiach, the king of the Nazarenes, said, I'm going to give you 100 if you forsake his thoughts, the worlds, and follow us in me as thou. Boy, the powers of the Quba. If I become a Nazarene, I'm telling the whole world right now. If I join the set of the Nazarene, I'm no longer going to say anything about polygyny. I'm a one woman man. I'm a one woman man. All the sisters love you Nazarenes in the scenes. The new IUIC brews. One words. That's the rules. Or no words. Be like the angels in heaven above. That's the rules. Wait a minute. So you read something in here that you don't believe. But if it resonates with your spirit, keep it. You may read something here that you don't believe or agree with. Let me play it back one more time. I gotta hear this one. I gotta hear this.
Ties fake the eyes, he'll tell him how to go from there. You know, he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But again, he's in a situation where he got to continue to take care of his business. He can't just continue with seeing more. Nah, bro, you got to take care of his business now.
I gotta handle my business, bro. You know what I mean? I gotta be in more communion with the Heavenly Father. That's it.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean? But I'm already in covenant.
So clearly, you don't believe in chapter 9, book 92, and verse 2. Clearly, you don't believe that. You want us to believe it, the book, but you don't believe everything in the book. So why the fuck am I reading it? You don't even believe in your own book, especially when it comes to the worlds, the bars. So all you want to be Nazarenes, the want to be Nazarenes scenes, y'all gonna run with the same excuse. If it doesn't resonate with thy spirit, if it resonates with thy spirit, run with it. That's just do whatever you want to do now. Believe what you want to believe. That's what's going on. They don't believe stuff in the Bible that contradicts what they say. Sad, man. Sad. Let's get back to this book. Can y'all hear me now? Did y'all hear the video? Did you hear the video? I'm just gonna have to let the echo sound because I keep muting stuff. Okay, let me turn this thing up right quick. Let the echo sound because I keep muting stuff. Okay. Did y'all hear that last part? Okay. Tell me what you didn't hear. I can go back and go back again. I can go back. Did y'all hear Mally part? Did y'all hear Mally part, the response and a commentary on that? And I can say what I said again. If you heard Mally part, he said that you may read something in the book. You didn't hear Mally part? How y'all didn't hear Mally part? Hold on. Oh, no. We can't be doing that. Now, how y'all ain't hear that? Hold on. I'm going to have to play it back now. I'm going to have to do this again, probably. Okay. Tell me if you can hear this audio right quick. Give me a 1 if you can hear the audio right now.
There's one sister asked if we should, can I go back over these books right here? And these just a few, y'all. We got a whole bunch of more coming. All right. If y'all understand today, true about this. If y'all understand today, if the Acts, the Nazarene, the Gospel of the Nazarenes, and the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles, y'all, is ancient. It goes back to the 1st century of the Common Era. Okay, it goes back to the 1st century of the Common Era. All the ancient church fathers testify of it, if they agreed with it or not. You understand? They still speaking about it. If you understand that, because that was the purpose of this class. Please give me y'all who in the chat.
So hold on one second. Let me do something right quick. I just need to know. I know I asked y'all to put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the video now, because I'm trying to mute. I don't know why I shouldn't have to mute the audio. It should play on its own. Do it like this then. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back a few minutes on the video because it was just not. It wasn't that much, right? Was it that? Was it like 5 minutes, 3 minutes? All right. Cool. So I'm gonna go. Let me know if you can hear it right now. I'm gonna go back 5 minutes in commentary. All right. Let me know if you hear it.
Well, did the Most High ordain that? And then number two, from my understanding, it tells you that Jacob was that Jacob that was tricked? Was he tricked into marrying Leah or something? He's supposed to work with him?
Leah.
Yeah, but see, people don't understand the Essenes and the Ebionites. Again, they don't believe a lot of these scripts. They didn't believe Noah was a drunk. They didn't believe Jacob had multiple wives.
Okay, I'm gonna ask again. Put a 2 if you hear the audio. I don't know why I'm messing up with this. I should never be messing up the audio. Can y'all hear the? Put a 2 if you hear the audio from the video. All right. Can you hear me now? And can you hear? I'm gonna do it like this. Can you hear me and the video right now? Can you hear both? Let me see.
Wives, none of that. So again, we're being Hellenized, and we have been just talked away of the heathens.
Because I can hear it.
Like again, Brother Mally already in it, brought to the truth, can't divorce him, man. Like it's his wives now. You know, that's what it is. I like now you telling him to sin even more. You know what I'm saying? He got to take her. That's what it is. I like now you telling him to sin even more. You know what I'm saying? He got to take her. That's what it is. I like that.
Okay, so I got 2 in there that y'all can hear. All right. Video playing. Okay.
This man, you know. So again, we just backtracking, and we have to get up out of this council of Nicaea mindset that we got, bro. That's exactly what's going on. We got to come up out of this. Like I say, the truth gonna set you free, and this is the flat out truth that we giving y'all, bro. No cap, no cap. If y'all really love the Lord, say this man don't change. Well, you need to find out what the hell going on, because he changes all throughout this Bible. But we know that's not our heavenly Father.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's solid. He's outside of it, right?
Correct.
All right, now look, y'all, that don't mean all the ancient testimonies agree. You know what I mean? You need to get back to this. You know what I mean? You need to get back to this. Listening to what the Most High is saying to, you know what I mean? And following what he says. You dig? Now, trip about this. What's your take on Valley on multiple wives? You just said that. Y'all know I got mine. It's just what it is. I'm already in covenant. You did? But see, look, I'm responsible. I gotta handle my business. It's what it is. But look, nonetheless, I'm a Nazarene. I'm gonna handle my business. All right? It's just what it is. So again, we not dodging nothing. All right? Gospel of the Nazarene. And again, if you hear something and it resonates with your spirit, receive it. If it don't, then you know, hey, you ain't got to receive that. You got that right. All right? Praise the Lord. So I'm going to go back over these books real quick and get out of here.
So I would just reiterate what I said earlier. One, he's trying to avoid he's really trying to avoid the point of having the answering what about multiple wives. So he's ready to speed up the conversation to get away from it for real. Okay. You can take what you want out the book. And let me know if y'all can hear me. You can take what you want out the book, or don't believe if you don't believe something in the book, don't worry about it. Let it resonate in your spirit. So why would I read this book then if I absolutely believe the 100% truth of what the words in this book is saying. If you're saying that this is a ancient record of the Most High by Shema Mashiach Yahushua, and this is something that we should be looking into right now. If you yourself cannot accept chapter 92.2 about you and all you Essenes and Nazarenes and you brothers having one wife, that the Messiah, according to you guys in this book, said perfect way, perfect health, right? It's like 4 perfects, right? You see what I'm saying? How can you feel comfortable as a teacher to assimilate this information and you're not practicing it? But unto my disciples, my Nazarenes, my Essenes, I show a better. He's the way. The scripture says, Deuteronomy 18, hear ye his voice, follow him, right? The scriptures tell you that, right? Okay. A better and more perfect way, Matthew 5:48, be ye therefore perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. Yahushua was a eunuch. He didn't have wives. He had a wife. Even this, that marriage, the institution of marriage shall be between one man, one woman. He said a more perfect way. See, show a better and more perfect way. So there's nothing wrong with having more than one wife, but I'm going to show you a better and more perfect way. Even this, that a marriage should be between one man and one woman, who by perfect love are united, while love and life do last, albeit in perfect freedom. Perfect love, perfect freedom, but let them see to it that they have perfect health and that they truly love each other. Perfect way, perfect love, perfect freedom, perfect health. Being an example by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. How you fighting this way that the Messiah have given you in the book of the Nazarenes. I can't understand that. If y'all can still hear the audio and me, please put a 1 in the chat, please. Let's continue.
You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and do this. No, I'm not coming out with my own body. Look, y'all, all your elementary.
That was perfect. Because this is your own Bible. There's no ancient record of this nowhere. Where's the ancient record of this? This is no ancient record. Stop it. This is lies. This is hypocrisy and sorcery worlds. This is not real. Stop it. The water for the onesies.
Your elementary. You know what I mean? Responses. You did. Y'all know good and well that's like shooting a water pistol with an elephant. It's doing nothing.
So now you're gonna offend you because you sincerely asking the question, saying you like a water pistol, I'm an elephant, ain't gonna do nothing. But you're teaching us. Man, you're trying to teach us. Nothing. You're trying to teach us to read the book of the Nazarene.
So get out of that. You did. And again, I was born in warfare. So, look, I'm used.
So Fabian said, do Nazarenes believe in multiple wives? I generally don't know.
It's nothing to me. Somebody else may be rattled or can't sleep at night, man.
But he said he ain't dunking nothing. But the question right there, so do Nazarenes believe in multiple wives? I generally don't know. That's the question. It's either going to be yes or it's either going to be no. Right here, Fabian. So do Nazarenes believe in multiple wives? I generally don't know. Let's see if you can answer the questions.
Man, I sleep good at night. You know what I mean? All praise and glory now to the Most High. You did. All right, so look. Gospel of the Nazarene.
He didn't answer the question. Oh, he's ducking?
So are you being serious? Come on, look, a lot of y'all got these responses as if, you know.
Hey, the other brother question was before Tuvi. He addressed it Tuvi. Howard Brown is the Jamaican brother. He said, what's your take Mally on the multiple wife? He just said that up here. Then you got Aaron Jacobs. So do you think Yahushua really said, don't worry about what what you intake Pete. I used to believe Noah was a drunkard till I looked for it and could not find it. Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ecclesiastes, let us hear the conclusion. Then Fabian said, do Nazarene believe in the multiple wives? You don't know, but then you jump right to Tuvi.
You know what I mean? Like that response right there proves you offended. What are you offended about? What are you offended about? The brother telling you stop what you doing and live? What are you offended about, Jamaican, bro? I was on the phone with you. I took time out to be on the phone with you well over 2 hours yesterday.
That has nothing to do with the question.
I ain't ducking nothing. What is...
You ducked the question over there. So do Nazarenes believe in multiple wives? That's yes or no by Fabian.
You Negroes offended about?
Look at the Essene Nazarene, the master teacher. He's so like, man, this is going to be hard to push this doctrine because he got us right here. He had us in the clutches with that 92 and 2. How did they discover it? It's messing up my doctrines.
Get off there. I'm already in my covenant with my women. What you want me to with divorce them?
Yes. That's what Yahweh Shai suggested. I'll show you a perfect and better way. Like the men in Esdras. They left their worlds. They left their quabas. You can do the same, especially being of the set of the Nazarenes, the Essenes, the meticulous set.
That ain't the way. It's what it is.
But Yahweh Shai said that's the way. In the book, he said, I'll show you a perfect way. He going against the home words. Woo!
Negroes posted as if I'm about to duck.
You duck that question. You're ducking Psalm, book 92 and 2. He said, one world is a perfect way. You ducking. You're ducking.
Nigga, I ain't ducking nothing.
Came back hard. No, I ain't ducking nothing.
Yeah, if the brother was already in it.
And look at us around. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
I'm sorry, like, again, Brother Mally already in it, brought to the truth.
He brought to the truth. Now, Mally brought him to the truth. Now he's saying he brought him to the truth. He's already in what? With the scenes of Nazarene don't believe. Is having multiple wives.
Can't divorce him, man. Like, it's his wives now. You know,
he can't divorce them, but the men in Ezra divorced and left their one. But he can't do it. And Yahweh Shai gave us a commandment in Matthew 19, a promise that said, if you leave your wife or wives or your children and lands, you would get 100-fold. What do you mean you can't? What are you talking about?
You know, that's what it is. Like, now you're telling him to sin even more.
So now you call him a sinner. Right? Prayer Manasseh says Jacob, Noah, Abraham, and Isaac was not sinners. But he called this brother a sinner, and he's eating it up, holding up the book that tells him to have one words. You see the hypocrisy in this? He's holding up the book of monogamy. The book of monogamy. The Gospels of the Nazarene, and his master teacher who brought him to the truth and telling him he is a sinner.
You know what I'm saying? He got to take care of his business, put in the most high aspect of eyes. He'll tell him how to go from there. You know, he didn't know.
You already told you how, right here in the book. He already told you how. He already showed you the better and perfect ways. Right? You don't want to accept it because the power of the Quabas. Lord, I want to be a Essene, but I ain't give up the Quabah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, he's in a situation where he got to continue to take care of his business. He can't just continue with sin more. No, bro, you gotta take care of his business.
So he can't continue in sin more. If he divorces wives, then he won't have the wives that you say in the book he shouldn't have, which you said he's a sinner for having multiple wives. Keep them. How you not going to be in sin if having multiple wives is sin and you're sinning? Will you not be sinning if you get rid of the wives? And have faith in the Mashiach as he told you and explained to thou? You don't got to get rid of all of them. You just got to have once. The sorcery in it.
I gotta handle my business, bro. You know what I mean? I gotta be in more communion with the Heavenly Father.
I gotta handle my business. Hold on. I gotta handle my business. Man. Shit, what business you talking about? Loin warfare? That's the business. Because it ain't the business of what the Messiah said, your Messiah in this book said. Because this ain't my Messiah in here. My Messiah is not in this damn book at all. I don't know who the hell is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of in here.
Father, that's it.
That's
you know what I mean? But I'm already in covenant. I got things I gotta handle. You know what I mean? I got responsibilities, bro.
Responsibilities. Right? Do benevolence.
Yep. Hey, you can stop eating flesh. You can't take back no kids.
Here you go. You can stop eating flesh. You can't take back no kids. But the men in Esdras put away their wives and kids. Do you hear the hypocrisies and lies? Take your time, slow down, listen. It's right there for you. Sheesh.
You know what I mean? I take back children and women that you in covenant with. I'm in covenant.
How you take back children? I'm in covenant. You want to rather be in covenant with the women or covenant with the Messiah? 92 and 2.
Yeah, covenant, bro.
Because I gotta handle my business. So all that extra.
Boy, that business. Loin warfares.
Like, because you may read something in here that goes against what you believe.
So you may read something in here that goes against what you believe. So you just cut your own self because you don't believe in the book 92 and 2. Because if you did, you would put away your wives and have one wife. Facts. You will put her away. Say, listen, my Messiah said this in this book. I'll show you a perfect and better way. One words. So you don't believe your own book. Can't make it up. Brothers, is actually the question. He said, no offense at all, bro. Just trying to understand his stance on the scriptures. Tuvi. Right? And here go Nehemiah. Christ said, don't divorce. Boy, stop it. You know you don't give out divorces. Boy, I tell you the hypocrisy in it all. Sheesh.
I've been saying it the whole time. If it resonates with your spirit, receive it. If not, you got to put it away. It's just.
So he put chapter 92 and 2 away because he don't believe that shit. Oh, you don't believe in that? Oh, no. So all you wannabe Nazarenes that want to join the clique of the Essenes and everything, just know that your leader or one side is monogamous and your leader, the other side are polygynous, which is in conflict and contradiction of your own stance in your own book, goes against itself. So you guys will get to see people with multiple wives, but vow can only have one world. as I said earlier, like a brother from St. Louis, an elder, have 2 wives and trying to teach the young brothers that come in and have 1, but you got 2. Why? You're not going to put away the worlds. Put away 1 and have 1, and we all got 1, right? We all have 1 in common. What's wrong with that?
It's just what it is. But look, you putting stuff up on the chat like I'm about to duck. Like I'm nervous. I claim mine in front of the whole.
So Howard Brown again says, since you say duck, so is there such a thing as a multiple wife then? You said you ain't ducking, you ain't answered not the one question concerning the topic yet. Am I bugging out for those people that may watch it now or watch it in the future? Am I bugging? If you think I'm not bugging, put a 1 in the chat. If you think I am bugging, put a 9 in the chat.
The whole world. When you niggas won't even whisper. Stop it, man. Sit back and listen. I want you to live. Come on. Anyway.
Tuvi said, I'm trying to understand from a man I learned a lot from through scripture that he taught me what I take in and what I don't. Howard Brown, Jamaican brethren, said, so is there such thing as a multiple wife then?
Book number 1.
Let's get back to the book. Even though it's in there, it says 1 worlds. But I don't want to be having no more questions asked concerning it. I already told you I'm not giving up the Kuba. Even though I'm a Nazarene. Even though I'm a Essene. Even though I'm the Ebonite. Now, you know what it says about you brothers concerning having multiple wives and these records here? It does not promote that marriage. And I wasn't going to go into all of this. I want to finish reading that article, but I guess I can finish reading that in part 2 as well. I guess I'm just going to go 3 hours. Okay, here we go right here. This is the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? We're going to read the history of the community. See, this is the big contradiction right here. We can't let it slide. Okay? Can't let it slide. Okay. So, and I'm going to show multiple different concepts concerning the Essene way of life. Okay, here we go right here. Here's one. This is the community, page 47. The appendix to Essenes of the Qumran community, the Essenes. Let me know if you can see it. Let me stop the screen share. Stop that for right now. Okay. This is the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? This is the place you want to go, okay? So I'm just going to read a couple of things. This on this topic, because there's many things that the Essenes does and don't do. But since we own the wife thing, I might as well just bring it all out, right? Concerning that topic. Okay. Then we're going to continue on another part with the rest of the stuff. Okay. A good many contradictions appear in the diverse sources and are not simply due to a lack of harmony between the scrolls and the Greco-Latin documents. Thus, Qumran attests both communist and private property, married and unmarried states. Likewise, Josephus speaks of celibate and married Essenes, and as being noted, page 38 above. Page 38 above. Let me go to the right here. When I go to the a further part up in the same chapter right here, are you a Essene? Remember the title. Are you a Essene? Are you a Nazarene? I'm going to read this. It says, one of the principal characteristics of the Essenes was common ownership of property. I don't want to talk about that. I want to step on the marriage. I'll talk about that later. Acts, the 5th chapter. Here we go. Let me go back to this. Josephus, however, admits that one Essene branch, so now they got 4 branches, like the brother said, the STL branch, adopted the marriage state as long as sex was used only for the purpose of procreation. Read that again. Josephus, however, admits that one Essene branch adopted, and he was taught up on the Essenes. It says it right here in the book. Right here in the book. We brought it up the other day. It says here, born Josephus ben Matthias. In the introduction, born Joseph ben Matthias to a family of priests, he became priest himself. As a young man, he had spent time with an Essene set before becoming a Pharisee at age 19. Hold that right there. So, you Essenes, Josephus, however, admits that one Essene branch adopted the marriage state as long as sex was used only for the purpose of procreation. Now, does the Bible say that? Wisdom of Solomon 7:1 said the pleasure that came with sleep. I think Genesis 12 or whatever the case is with Sarah. She said, shall I have pleasure in my old age? So sex is a pleasurable thing. If you agree that sex is pleasurable and it's not only for procreation, put a 7 in the chat. Because based off the Essenes and the approved historian, Josephus, and the Dead Sea Scrolls, you Essenes is only supposed to get the quabah when your woman is ovulating or ovulating, whatever the hell you call it. Just to have a baby. There's no pleasure in it. It's just, Shalom dog. Shalom dog. That's what it says. Jumping back down. Josephus speaks of celibate and married Essenes. And as I've been noted, page 38 above. The prohibition to fornicate with one's wife remarkably echoes the married Essenes. So you can fornicate while you're married. So the prohibition to fornicate with one's wife remarkably echoes the married Essene. So you can fornicate with your wife by having sex with her. Ban on marital sex when the woman was not in a state to conceive. So you can't get no quabas unless she is ready to have child. How y'all say it, ladies? Ovulating, whatever the case is. That's like a week out the month or a few days out the month. There's no pleasures. So why would you need multiple bonds? Boy. Nazarene. And see, if you're going to claim it all. Claim it all, man. Don't leave parts out. Bring it all up. Bring it all out. Let me get another one. I got some more in here somewhere. Marriage right here. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to read this part on page 69. Without an authentic interpretation, it was not possibly properly to understand the Torah or the Jews of the intertestamental era. The Essenes, as well as their rivals, agree that true piety entails obedience to the law. But although its guidance reaches into so many corners of life, into business and prayer, law, court and kitchen, marriage, bed, and temple. So let's continue with the marriage bed. A classic example of idiosyncratic Bible interpretation in the scrolls concerns a law on marriage. Since no direct relevant ruling is given in the Pentateuch, Torah, or whether a niece marry her uncle, Pharisaic and Rabbinic Judaism understands the scriptural science to mean that such a union is illicit. You read that in Leviticus, the 18th chapter, so I don't know what they're talking about on that part, but let me jump. The Essene wasn't going for that. I give them that. So the Qumran Essenes did not adopt this attitude at all. On the contrary, they regard any uncle-niece union as straightforward fornication, which they are correct according to the scriptures. Okay. Let me get down to more marriage things here. They got a whole lot. So we just learned that. Okay. Here's another part. And Essene became a member of either branch of his sect by virtue of the deliberate and personal adult commitment of himself. Let's read it again. And Essene became a member of either branch of his sect by virtue of the deliberate and personal adult commitment of himself. For this reason, as will be remembered, even children born to married members, so everybody was not married, or brought up in their schools, had to wait until their 20th birthday before they were allowed to make the solemn vows of entry into the covenant. So if you're making some vows, there's certain things you can do and can't do, which I'm going to bring out. Okay? Right here. I'm just trying to find these things on marriage before I go on to Josephus, because they got a lot of other different things in here. But the Josephus will be going in on that concept of marriage. Okay. Yeah. So let me get the Josephus right quick. Let's see something. Okay. I really didn't want to go all into this right now. I think I may hold it, but y'all getting a little gist of it. That this marriage thing is not something to just look past. It's not something to just look past. It's very detailed concerning the Essene and how they dealt in marriage union. Okay, I didn't have my things right here. Boom, that's not the one I want. It's just a study, though. It's just a study. Everybody can study. Nope, that's not what I want. This one's the doctrine of the Essenes. Right? I'm gonna go over that later. Part 2. I'll probably just go back into the marriage thing as well. Let me see. I'm trying to find some of all these bullet points. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's a couple right here. Check this out. The wars of the Jews, chapter 8. What book we in? Wars of the Jews, chapter 8. Okay. Hold on, let me get the book. We in chapter 8, book 2, chapter 8.2. For there are three philosophical sects, what we read earlier, among the Jews, the followers of the first of whom are Pharisees, and the second of Sadducees, and the third sect who pretends to a severe discipline. Pretends, that's very funny to say pretend, to a severe discipline and called Essenes. These last are Jews by birth and seems to have a greater affection for one another than the other sects have. These Essenes reject pleasures as an evil. So sex is pleasure. But esteem continence and the conquest over our passion to be virtue. They neglect wedlock. So they're not about getting married. But choose out other person's children while they are plowable and fit for learning, and esteem them to be of their kindred, like John the Baptist. Go over that. And from them according to their own manners. They do not absolutely deny the fitness of marriage and the succession of mankind thereby continue, but they guard against the lasciviousness behavior of women, and are persuaded that none of them preserve their fidelity to one man. Look at that. So they don't believe that the women is just being honorable to one man. They not even concerned about the Quba. That was a powerful statement. There's plenty more, y'all. I'm telling y'all, there's plenty more. It's crazy. There's plenty more. Let me see. They said one thing over here was crazy. Boy, the Be a Nazarene Essene, you guys got so many different things. Moreover, there is another order of scenes. There is another order of Essenes who agree with the rest as to their way of living and custom and laws, but differ from them in the point of marriage, as thinking that by not marrying, they cut off the principal part of the human life, which is the prospect of succession. Nay, rather, that if all men should be of the same opinion, the whole race of mankind would fail. Of course, duh. However, they tried their spouses for 3 years. They tried a Qubat test run. And if they find that they have their natural purgations thrice, look up that word purgations. Hold on. I didn't want to go this way, but it's the way it went. I did not want to go this way. Purgations. Purgations. Menstruous. Why is it written like this? It's written in a different type of form here. Maybe I didn't spell it right. Maybe I have to change my glasses or something. I don't know. It's starting to be super blurry. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I'll be done with this. I'm gonna do a part 2 probably tomorrow. But this is crazy. Purgations. Purgation. Action. Let me just Google it. Purgation, because they're not giving me the right definition. cleansing of somewhere or something is a cleansing. Purgation. Okay. Okay. All right. So, however, they try their spouses for 3 years, and if they find that they have their natural cleansing thrice as trials that they are likely to be fruitful, they then actually marry them. So you can fornicate while being with your wife with some sets of Essenes, because you only get the kubal when she's able to have a baby. But you can try the spouses, because they don't believe in wedlock, they don't believe in marriage. But you can try the kubal out for 3 years. Oh shit, that's what's up. You can try the kubal out for 3 years, and if we're not feeling it and it's not fruitful, then shalom. They then actually marry them, but they do not use to accompany with their wives when they are with child. But they do not use to accompany with their wives. So they're not with them when they are with child, as a demonstration that they do not marry out of regard of pleasure, but for the sake of prosperity. So you sisters out there, when you get knocked up, you can forget about him rubbing your belly. You can forget about him pampering thou and helping thou, and none of that shit is over. You for dolos. It's a Reynolds for thou. But for the sake of posterity. Now the women go into the baths with some of their garments on, as the men do with some. So that's a different thing. Okay. So that was one of the and I'll get some more. It's definitely more. Hold on. It's more. Hold on. Flavius Josephus against Appian, right? Book. This is the book. I'll just give it to y'all just in case you want it. Book 1, Flavius Josephus against Appian, or Antiquity of the Jews, book 1, right? 2, book 1, chapter 2.24, verse 199. But then, what are our laws about marriage? The laws owns no other mixture of sexes. Let me make sure I read about the scenes here. Let me make sure. I want to make sure this is the scenes here. I want to make a lie and say this attached to the scenes. I think this is a general statement about marriage here. Okay, so I'll come back to that, but I think that's a powerful statement. There's a powerful chapter y'all can read about marriage. Okay, it's very powerful, but that's not specifically speaking concerning the scenes. Right, we may here observe now no anything it was among the Jews and this many okay. Anyway, okay. What's the time here? I'm about to end this thing here. 2 hours and 59 minutes. All good. All praise go to the Most High. I'm gonna do part 2 and finish that article I was reading. It's like 8 parts to it. So there's a lot of information about you're claiming to be. If you're a Nazarene, what it means to be a Nazarene in a scene. Okay, so we have the 3-hour mark. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna continue this tomorrow or the next day. But think about some of the points that was made out there. Okay. Any questions? Put it in the comment board. Anything you need me to bring out, I bring out. And I'm your brother Mara called Bonya Buddha Bonya Sharala.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop your fucking lying.
We out.